I might not let him have any.
Christmas lights are all around.
Happy holidays, ladies. Just a few more days till Christmas. How exciting are we? We host Christmas Day at our house every single year, and I always make breakfast. The name of the game for me, and I know for most of you around the holidays, is I like to be a little bit decadent. Ooh. Off balance, but I want to make something healthy that you feel good afterwards. We are making cherry vanilla quinoa bowl with almond and fresh mint and a gingerbread latte. 8 ingredients in a rice cooker, and yet it is hearty, satisfying, and I think you're really gonna love it. I have my rice cooker, and into this I'm going to put my first 4 ingredients. Into my rice cooker, I'm going to put my first 5 ingredients. Think 1, 2, 3. 1 cup of dry quinoa, 2 cups of liquid equals 3 cups of cooked quinoa. Now I want to add 2 cups of liquid. I am using full fat coconut milk because I want a rich, decadent dish, but you can use anything that you like. Okay, I know it's a little lumpy because it was in the pantry in our garage and it's like flipping cold here. San Diego, go figure. I'm trying to do this like the Food Network where they do it toward you. You don't want to do all coconut milk because when you cook it, it's gonna be gummy and goopy. You won't like it. So I'm gonna add almond milk. This is unsweetened, no sugar, nothing. Maybe a half a cup. And then the rest I'm gonna add water because again, I don't want it to be too gummy. So I'll add another, half a cup. Okay, maybe that's more than 8 ingredients, but I'm mixing my Nutmilks. Oops, wait, wrong one. Next, I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. Salt never counts as an ingredient. That's a rule that I made up. 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of coconut sugar. This is optional. You don't have to add any kind of sugar if you don't like. I like to add a little bit because I like it slightly sweetened. Coconut sugar is a little better for you than regular white cane sugar, but it's still sugar, y'all, so just saying. 3 tablespoons, that's usually about what I like, but you can omit it or just as you wish. Oh, the UPS guy's like, what is she doing now? 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. I love dishes like this because I'm all about making the holidays easier, but just as enjoyable. And I used to make these big, elaborate breakfasts, and then I thought, you know, our family doesn't eat a lot. We're not like big eaters, and we would have a lot of leftovers anyway, and then you don't feel very good afterwards. And you know how it is. You guys eat healthy. When you're used to that, and then all of a sudden you're eating like a big, huge cinnamon roll, you just feel nauseous. I usually like to give it a good stir. Then I'm going to cook this on the white rice setting. It usually takes, I think, 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm gonna plug it in, and I'm gonna do like they do on the Food Network, which is they do it facing you. It's a talent. On white rice. And now entertain yourself for 20 minutes. While my quinoa is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the syrup for the gingerbread latte. It's just a couple days before Christmas, and so I want to make sure to pre-make it so that I'm not making it the day of. You're going to have a medium saucepan, a 1/4 cup lightly packed brown sugar. This is kind of a copycat of Starbucks gingerbread latte without all the preservatives. 1/2 cup coconut sugar. This is gonna make a lot of syrup, so don't worry. 3/4 cup water. This is such a great little treat. 3 tablespoons of molasses. I love molasses, you guys. I could literally drink this whole jar. You know, if you weren't watching, I would be licking this tablespoon, but I wanna be a lady. It's my house, I can do it. Don't do that if you work in a restaurant. 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Ginger, I like ginger. Ground ginger. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That's about half. I eyeball things. I'm not an exact cook, which is probably why I am not that great of a baker. You have to be very specific when you bake. All right, so all I'm gonna do is heat this over medium heat, bring it to a slow boil, reduce the heat, and then simmer it for another 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. After it's simmered for 5 minutes, add your vanilla in. This is about, oops, that's about 1 teaspoon. You're just going to pour this into a heat-proof container and then store until you're ready to use it. done. And now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna give it just kind of a quick fluff and a stir in here. So, where are my hand mitts? Okay, the golden hour is upon us. Oh my gosh, it smells really good. Now we're just gonna add all our fixins. I'm gonna add my cherries. These were just frozen cherries that I got from Whole Foods. I like about 2 cups worth. They're healthy and they add a little bit of extra sweetness. Of course you could add blueberries, really anything that you like. That has a stem in it. Make sure that they're pitted. A half a cup of fresh chopped almonds. This adds a nice little crunch, and I also appreciate the healthy fats in the almonds. Delicious. Yeah, that's about right. And then we're going to add half a cup fresh mint. Boy, I love fresh mint. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I think you're supposed to tear mint, otherwise it gets bruised. You tear or muddle it. I watch the Food Channel a lot. I love the Food Channel. Everything always turns out perfect, and they're never looking for a spatula. They never drop anything. Everything turns out looking good. I'm just an at-home cook, just like you. I should do this in slow motion. This is how I would serve it, with a carafe of warm almond milk to it. The almonds are crunchy, the cherries are ripe and sweet. The fresh mint just adds that little bit of pop, and then you've got the cinnamon and the vanilla in there. The recipe for this is just in the description box below. You don't have to click to anything, I just wanted to share it with you. Until next week, happy holidays, y'all.
Every Christmas, baby, reindeer's coming out to play.